and welcome to the 2020 annual meeting and installation. Obviously, holding this event virtually is a new experience for us, and we certainly miss seeing everyone in person. The most difficult part of hosting this program virtually is that we won't get to see the smiling faces and surprises of our award winners as they get their awards. And we won't have the opportunity to congratulate and thank our officers and directors in person. If you have the opportunity to reach out to these folks in the coming weeks to pass on your good wishes, please do so. Before we begin, we want to thank our 2019-2020 annual partners who support the association throughout the year. This year's partners were L&N Federal Credit Union, Haystack Home Inspection Services, and Mom's Mortgage. We appreciate your support greatly. Throughout this morning's event, you can send in questions by using the chat panel. If you have discussion on the bylaws motion or a question for our speakers, open the chat panel and type your question. We'll then announce your name and read your question aloud. If you have technical questions, you can ask in the chat panel and GLAR staff will respond. It is now my pleasure to introduce Mika Heinze to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It is now my pleasure to introduce our 2019-2020 GLAR President, Catherine Sotelo.
Good morning. I now call the annual meeting to order. Our first order of business is consideration of the revised bylaws of the Greater Louisville Association of Realtors. The revised bylaws were emailed to all members prior to this meeting. We got together to revise these bylaws because they haven't been revised in, I was talking to Lisa earlier, over 25 years since she's been here. They were desperately in need of revision. In order for us to update and be able to have these bylaws reflect our current environment with technology and so forth, so many items needed to be taken care of out of revising these bylaws. We put together a task force who put in approximately 20 meetings of a couple hours each and went through every single item that they could, every word, and wordsmithed it in order to reflect what our current work environment is. So I just wanted to give that background as to why we did it. It was desperately something we needed, including all the supporting policies and procedures that went with the bylaws. Okay, have we verified a quorum? Yes, thank you. We have verified a quorum participating in this meeting. And so the chair will now entertain a motion.
So made.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Judy Parks and a second by John Weichel. Now that we have a motion on the floor, is there any discussion? As a reminder, you can let us know you have a question by using the chat panel, and we will read your name and question aloud. We'll pause for 30 seconds right now so you have an opportunity to send in your questions. Okay, so we had no questions submitted. So hearing no discussion and no questions, all members should now cast their vote. Please vote either yay or nay with the poll on your screen. How many do we have inside the room? our results are in. And the yays have it. We had a total of 106 with 99 that are in virtually, as well as the 7 here in the office with 2 nays. So the yays have it. Thank you. The motion passes. I want to talk a little bit about the past year. It has been my privilege and honor to serve this board as president for the past 12 months. I've had an opportunity to work with some amazing fellow realtors, had the support of an excellent staff here at the board to help with everything. And I do want to mention just a few notable things that have occurred over the course of the past 12 months that stick out. I want to start with education, as we are a membership that is, that's what this is about, is educating and providing opportunity for our members to be able to grow personally, have the tools to grow their own membership or their own businesses and thrive in this industry. This past year, GLAR launched the debut of a new award called the GLAR Educational Achievement Award. And this was an award for those members who took at least 24 hours of continued education through GLAR. And we had 21 recipients this first year, which is wonderful. These are people that are investing in learning more and growing more so that they can provide more to their clients and their customers. We launched a new product last year, a program last year in November called Boost Your Business. And it was a wonderful event held at a hotel downtown. And we had national speakers. We had a trade show for the first time ever. And the feedback that we got from that event was phenomenal. Enough so that we felt certain that it might be something that we do on an annual basis. We're sadly not able to do it this year due to the COVID pandemic. However, I imagine that it will be back for years to come. It was a wonderful event. Every year for years and years, this board, this organization has held rookie workshops every single month. And this past year was no exception to that. And under the leadership of our Rookies Workshops chair, Melissa Gaypart, she was able to provide different educational experiences for anyone who attended. Those workshops are intended for people that have been in the business 2 years or less, but they've been open to anyone who wants to come. It was really emphasized this year on doing classes that were real estate basics, people who could leave those workshops and apply those things to their business right then and there. And an additional time period was added after those classes so that people could have a little one-on-one advice and so forth. So that went over well. And I want to thank Melissa for her time and efforts in that program. We are going on, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years or so of a leadership institute here with GLAR as well. And it is a wonderful program that people apply for. It is a year-long program, and it's for those realtors who really want to grow their leadership skills, to learn how to public speak, to know how to do successful meetings, to work on and enhance their own personal, professional image. And so we've had a wonderful class go through that this year, and I congratulate them on their success in doing that class. And even through COVID, we still managed to have our continued education classes virtually and then figure out how to do it in a safe way in person. So this organization has done a great job with education over the past year. The Young Professionals Network also had a pretty good year. They had increased recruiting, increased membership, increased attendance to events prior to COVID. But 2 things very notable came of that organization this year that I want to mention and acknowledge. One was they did a virtual event on up and coming ways for you to deal with your business in this COVID world. And it was an event that was acknowledged on a national level by the National Association of Realtors as one of the best events that a YPN group has done across our country. So we're really proud of that group and the chair, Riata team of that group. In addition, they launched a new scholarship called the Top Emerging Leader Scholarship. It is something that they built ground up, that they designed it and funded it. And so I really want to congratulate that group of young individuals that have put together such a great program. Every year, our organization invests in charitable acts to invest in our community and all of the worthy nonprofit organizations that enhance our entire community. And even with COVID, prior to that, we were able to get one of our events completed, which was the Bowl-a-thon. And this year, we raised close to $10,000 that we were able to gift to 2 different nonprofit organizations. So that was wonderful. And in addition, during that Bowl-a-thon, they completed a drive for the Children's Cancer Alliance also in order to provide items for these wonderful kids to be able to go to camp. So that was a wonderful event, and I want to thank everyone who participated in that as well. Our organization provides tools for all of us. It's part of our membership, and every year we have task forces of our fellow realtors who scrutinize what we have, what we don't have, what do we keep, what do we improve, what do we stop using. And this past year, we've had a couple notable items to think about or to know about. We had a task force that reviewed our Supra membership. And do we continue with the Super boxes and Super keys? Do we go to a different product? And after doing thorough research, decided to keep our Super product, but we're also able to negotiate a better contract to save everyone money. So that was a wonderful accomplishment. In addition, with HomeSnap, we were able this year to connect the MLS listings through Facebook Marketplace, and it allowed us to get a lot of referrals back to our members via that vehicle. So that was a couple notable things. All of our committees have worked really hard. Our forms committee continues to every year tweak all of our forms, our contracts, everything that we use to make sure that we are providing the best tool for all of our realtors. And so much so that even this past year, our state of Kentucky has asked to use our GLAR contract as a statewide contract that is available at as an option for other boards to use. So that's quite an accomplishment, and you should feel very proud that you're in a board that has the best forms and tools such as that. Our association for the last number of years has been looking for a new home, as a new place to call home, a new building. And this building that we currently have, we've been in for 28 years. And this building has been great. It served the membership well over that time period. But with addition to post-licensure requirements, mandatory code of ethics, training, and continued outside facilities that we need to hold larger functions, it just kind of became evident that we need a new space to take us into the next 20 to 30 years. In addition to that, we've had some issues in our basement in this building. We have essential staff down there, including our computer training lab. And every couple of years we get a significant flood, and it's just been time to do a new building. We also, because of all the additional classroom training and so forth, it's really tough, the parking. It's been tough every time we have an event here, which is frequently. So the building, the decision to build a new building was something that's been talked about for years before the pandemic, and certainly is not with thinking of the next 1, 2, or 3 years in mind. We are talking about the next 20 to 30 years. What do we need? And so our new headquarters is going to be a 15,000 square foot building. It's all on one level, with approximately 4,000 square feet of it is dedicated for training and event space. We're pretty excited about it. That new training room can hold up to 200 or so people for a training event, and it can be cut into 3 different rooms of about 65 members each, or attendees each. So we're pretty excited about it. It will give those brokerages and individual firms out there an opportunity at a low cost way to rent out some space for an event that you may have. It is a venue that'll allow us to accommodate so much more of what we are hoping to do over the next, 10, 20, 30 years. And it's going to have parking. So we're excited about that. The groundbreaking, so we found the spot, we bought the land, we hired an architect and contractors, broke ground in August of this year, and we're very excited to see this building built. We are hoping that it will be constructed and ready to go by the end of the summer next year. We've been through a lot this year, all of us, with COVID, and had to find different ways to work. And I'm just super impressed with how our entire industry pulled together to do what we need to do to take care of our business, our clients, and to keep moving forward. And interestingly enough, in the end of August of 2020, we have 4,996 members, which is more members than we had a year ago. So we have an industry that's moving forward, that's enthusiastic, and we're pretty excited about what this organization is going to do in the years to come. So thank you again for allowing me this opportunity to be president of this organization. It's been a great privilege. I would now like to invite the MSI President, John Weigel, to the podium.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. First, I want to say thank you to the hundreds of members who have extended their condolences to me over the loss of my father this week. He taught me that if you do well, you have an obligation to serve. Thank you to the membership for giving me the opportunity to serve you in every decade since the 1980s. And thank you to the officers, directors, committee chairs, and committee members for their tireless service over this year. MSI will be in good hands with Kathy McGann Pfeffer at the helm. Lisa and her staff at the association, I wish to thank all of you for your efforts to make this trying year run smooth as it possibly could. This year, we at MSI improved the level of service you receive without increasing the fees that you pay. And I believe that any year that you can do that, it's a winner. This association is over 125 years old. I've had the honor to serve in over a third of those decades in which this organization has been in existence. This association is going through its second pandemic. You realize we've been through 2 world wars, and this is our second pandemic. This association will continue to thrive. I look forward to the day when we move into the new headquarters. This will be the 3rd headquarters building that I've had the opportunity to serve in. you know, gosh, I was in the mid 1980s when we walked on this property on Dutchman's. There were none of these buildings near here. It has been an honor to serve. Again, I want to say thank you to all of our members for giving me this opportunity to serve, and thank you to all of the volunteers that make this possible. Thank you.
Now that you've had an opportunity to hear from our two outgoing presidents, it's your opportunity to ask a question. So if you do have a question for our presidents, you have the opportunity to do that now. And you're going to do that using the chat panel. If we see your name, we'll read your name and question out loud. And if you don't see the chat button, just move your mouse around to the bottom of the screen, it'll pop up. We will now pause for about 30 seconds to give you an opportunity to ask a question. Okay. More seconds to allow you to ask questions if you have one. Just use the chat questions. All right, so hearing no questions from our audience, we will now swear in our incoming presidents and hear their visions for the upcoming year. First, we will welcome Dave Parks to swear in incoming GLAR President Judy Parks.
Please raise your right hand. Judy Parks, I know that you have thoughtfully considered the importance of the position to which you are about to be elected. Please raise your right hand. You solemnly promise to uphold the Constitution and bylaws of the Greater Louisville Association of Realtors, Kentucky Realtors, and National Association of Realtors, to observe and enforce the Realtor Code of Ethics, be governed by the principles of honesty and justice in carrying out your duties. You will administer the responsibilities of your office to the best of your ability. If you do so subscribe, please answer by saying, I do.
I do.
By the virtue and authority conferred upon me, I proclaim you duly and officially installed as President of the Greater Louisville Association of Realtors.
And I didn't violate COVID by hugging him. We work together all the time. So I am going to put my glasses on for this because I did write this by hand. When Lisa, I asked her, what am I supposed to say right now? And she said, share your vision or what your goals are for the upcoming year. What I can tell you that the past 6 months has taught me is something that we hear all the time, and that is we make plans and God laughs. What I can tell you for certain is that my goal is to help lead this organization by being open to all the challenges that are presented without any preconceived ideas of how to solve them. The great thing about being the daughter of two realtors and having served in this industry for over 30 years is that I have lived through many tumultuous times in our industry. And I know that this too shall pass. This does not mean that our industry and the way that we do business will not be changed forever. It will. But just as the internet did not make us obsolete or invaluable, nor will this pandemic. If anything, we have demonstrated that people still need to buy, sell, and lease property under all circumstances. I want our industry to remain essential for our realtors to come out on the other end of this stronger and better, both personally as well as professionally. I am looking forward to being able to help make this a reality. But as in all great accomplishments, this takes a great team. It is now my pleasure to introduce part of that team to you, the incoming directors of the Greater Louisville Association of Realtors. Our 2020-2021 directors are President-elect Paula Barmore. Secretary Treasurer, Kim Sickles. Secretary Treasurer-elect, Julie Gamble. Vice President, Mike Farrar. Vice President, Doug Myers. MSI President, Kathy McGinn Pfeiffer. Immediate Past President, Catherine Sotelo. KYR Immediate Past President, Rip Phillips. Ann Elizabeth Delahunty, Kristen English, Carrie King, Carter Martin Jr., Elizabeth Monarch, Mike Mudd, Paul Ogden, Dave Parks, Susanna Stevenson, Sharon Toms, John Weichel. Please raise your right hand. You solemnly promise to uphold the Constitution and bylaws of the Greater Louisville Association of Realtors, the Kentucky Realtors, and the National Association of Realtors, to observe and enforce the Realtor Code of Ethics, and to be governed by the principles of honesty and justice in carrying out your duties. You will administer these responsibilities to your office to the best of your ability. If you so subscribe, please answer by saying, I do.
I do.
I do.
I do.
By virtue of the authority conferred upon me, I proclaim you duly and officially installed as officers and directors of the Greater Louisville Association of Realtors. May I present to you your GLAR Board of Directors.
Next, it's my pleasure to welcome Wayne Pfeffer to swear in incoming MSI President Kathy McGann Pfeffer.
Kathy McGann Pfeffer, I know that you have thoroughly considered the importance of the position to which you have been elected. Please raise your right hand. You solemnly promise to uphold the Constitution and bylaws of Metro Search Inc., the Greater Louisville Association of Realtors, Kentucky Realtors, and National Association of Realtors, to observe and enforce the Realty Code of Ethics, and to be governed by the principles of honesty and justice in carrying out your duties. You will administer the responsibilities of your office to the best of your ability. If you so subscribe, please answer by saying, I do.
I do.
By virtue of the authority conferred upon me, I proclaim you duly and officially installed as President of Metro Search Inc.
Thank you. Thank you, Wayne. Thank you. First off, I want to thank Catherine Sotelo for her great leadership in the past year with all the challenges that we've had. You really pulled it off. And I also want to express my gratitude for the opportunity to serve as MSI President and to help President Judy and her leadership team implement her goals and our goals for the coming year. So at this time, I'd like to introduce to you the incoming directors for the MSI for 2020 and 21 Metro Search. So we have President-elect Matt Weaver, Secretary Treasurer Allison Bartholomew, Immediate Past President John Weichel, GLAR President Judy Parks, Commercial President Paul Ogden, Santosh Phat, Yolanda Buckner, Stacy Durbin, John Fishback, Stephanie Gillizan, Scott Hack, Dave Halpern, Bonnie Mays, Andrew Pruitt, Pam Ruckengill, Kurt Schuler, and Eric Speaks. Would everyone please raise their right hand? You solemnly promise to uphold the Constitution and bylaws of Metro Search Inc., the Greater Louisville Association of Realtors, Kentucky Realtors, and the National Association of Realtors, to observe and enforce the Realtor Code of Ethics, and to be governed by the principles of honor and justice in carrying out your duties. You will administer the responsibility of your office to the best of your ability. If you so subscribe, please answer by saying, I do.
I do.
I do. I do. By virtue of the authority conferred upon me, I proclaim you duly and officially installed as officers and directors of Metro Search Inc., may I present to you your MSI Board of Directors.
And now it's my pleasure to welcome back Catherine Sotelo.
At this time, we would like to present those members who have participated in the association with outstanding service and contributions to the profession, starting with recognition for those members who have achieved 25 years of continued membership with GLAR. Members who have achieved 40 years of continued membership. And that is some awesome award to receive. And our members achieving Realtor Emeritus status. To be eligible for this recognition, you must be a Realtor member who has held membership in the National Association as a Realtor for a cumulative period of 40 years, in addition to meeting service requirements at the local, state, or national association level. Congratulations. Next, I'd like to congratulate our Education Achievement Award recipients for their commitment to furthering their professional development and improving their service to customers and clients. To be eligible for this award, members must complete at least 24 hours of continuing education offered by GLAR between September 2019 and September 2020. We'll now hear from our award presenters.
Hi, my name is Melissa Gabehart. I've had the honor and privilege to serve as the GLAR Rookie Education Chair for the last year. While in this position, my mission was to equip new agents with the practical skills needed to sell real estate while helping them to lay a foundation for business-minded thinking. I have met so many wonderful agents through these events that will undoubtedly be the next superstars in our market. As the Rookie Education Chair, one of my responsibilities is to select the GLAR Rookie of the Year. This award is not about production. This award is intended to recognize the dedication, commitment, and hard work of a rookie agent that had adopted the behaviors and models necessary to grow as a real estate professional. There were several candidates that were worthy of consideration for this award. However, there was one that most definitely rose to the top. This agent has demonstrated what it means to be a true student of the industry as a consistent participant in the rookie workshops, YPN events, as well as many educational opportunities outside of GLAR. Described by peers as a workhorse that always puts clients' needs first and foremost, this agent personifies what a real estate professional should be, with not just a can-do attitude, but a will-do attitude. Being new to the area was no deterrent. A no excuses approach led to the achievement of the lofty goal of 40+ open houses in 30 days that was enhanced by a ninja-style approach to handwritten cards as the secret weapon for successfully building relationships. Surprisingly, this level of dedication to the many activities necessary for growing a real estate business were done while holding an additional job. I am pleased to announce that the 2020 Rookie of the Year for the Greater Louisville Association of Realtors that has demonstrated the work ethic and dedication necessary to become a top realtor is Christina Mansour with Simenon Realtors. Congratulations, Christina.
My name is Catherine Sotelo. I am the 2020 GLAR president, and it is my honor to present the award for Affiliate of the Year. Our membership enjoys the partnering of businesses that enhance ours and enables us to do what we want to do every day. The Greater Louisville Association of Realtors currently has over 200 affiliate members who contribute to our industry and help us take care of our clients and customers at the highest level. In the past year, it's been challenging for all the obvious reasons. In addition to each of our realtor members having to learn to do business a different way, so too have our affiliate members. With the COVID-19 pandemic, we worried if our clients would be able to get their loans. Would it be delayed? Would they be denied altogether because of it? The question of whether or not inspectors could get in and out of homes or contractors to get in to do the needed repairs and corrections. You know, how are the stagers going to operate? How are the appraisers and photographers? How are we going to get this done? And how about those title companies and closing attorneys' offices? How are they going to get it done? And would this make our transactions go from 30 to 45 days to 30 to 90 days? Would they stay together? Wouldn't they? So it was pretty amazing to see how our affiliate members, in combination with all of our members, pull together and provide this essential service to all of our customers and clients to get them in the houses that they needed. Whatever we had to do, we got it done. And never did I dream that I would go to a closing and sit in the parking lot and be patched in on speakerphone to my client who was 2 cars over signing for their closing in their car. But whatever we had to do, we got it done, and we did it as a collective group. So to all of our affiliates, on behalf of this body, I would like to thank you for your services this year. On top of the new reality that we've had to live in, the civil unrest demanding racial justice has been magnified throughout our country, and certainly, even more importantly, in our own city. And that's become, you know, front and center. And one of our affiliate members, on top of adjusting his own business in order to take care of our clients and us, he stepped up to the plate and to shine a light on our city's history with redlining. In an article that was sent out to our membership in June, Attorney John Borders of Borders and Borders, the author of this article, gave us a lesson on the history of redlining and how it has impacted us today. The article gave a detailed and fact-based explanation about the factor that has affected wealth, which is homeownership, and its absence in Black communities. The history of our city that was laid out in that article was hard to read, but a very important read it was. And perhaps when you understand where we've been, only then can you maybe make better choices on where we're going forward and be purposeful in that path. If you've not taken the opportunity or time to read this article and look at the map links that were included, do yourself a favor and read it and look at it. It's worth it. So it's my honor, and on behalf of the Greater Louisville Association of Realtors, it's my honor to give this award to John Borders with Borders and Borders. Thank you so much, John, for your service to our industry. Each year, the board president has the honor to select an award for President's Award. And when I was told that I got to select this award, I asked, okay, so what's the criteria? And I was told that I could select anyone that I felt maybe helped me and made an impact on my term as president of the board. I thought about it, and this year has had so much going on over and above what we typically see. And we had so many people come forward to keep our industry relevant and keep us working. And thinking about the fact that our board has at least 11 committees and 2 different boards with the MSI and the GLAR board, and countless task forces that had a topic that they had to pursue to take care of something for our membership. It was kind of felt like, oh my goodness, a daunting task. However, one individual came up over and over again in my mind, and this particular individual is such a huge advocate of our industry, and I got to have a front row seat to that this year. Somebody who most of us don't really realize how much she does for our industry, and is so selfless. Anytime I've ever needed anything or had a question, she has risen to the challenge and come right out and said, yes, I'd be happy to help, or found out really hard answers or answers to hard questions. So this particular realtor does the hard stuff that I think that a lot of people go, ugh, I don't really want to be a part of that type of committee or that type of task force, because it's either really tedious or is too political in nature, that, you know, it's not something that you really can feel. You either are really great with us or maybe not. This realtor is not only on the board of directors for GLAR, she serves on the board of directors for the Kentucky Realtors. So really keeping an eye on what our state is doing and making sure that our board is well informed of that. She serves on the Government Affairs Committee, the Jefferson County Candidate Interview Committee, which, believe me, she took at least 4 or 5 full days to see which candidates in our metro area and even at a state level are advocates of us as realtors and advocates of what's important to us, so that we have the best interest of our industry at the heart of people who make decisions that affect us. So that was amazing to see. She's a member of the Legislative Quick Response Team. She's on the GLAR Board of Trustees. Gosh, and on top of all of that, she was on the bylaws task force that met over 20 times for a couple of hours each time, going through the entire bylaws and all the policies and procedures, a manual basically, that hasn't been looked at in years and years, just to make sure that it was brought up to our current time of how we do business, and to really advocate in there that we made sure things stayed in there that protected us as independent contractors and entrepreneurs, and us as an industry. I've just watched her and been quite amazed at the gift she is to this board, to this board of realtors, all of us. Such an advocate, such a wealth of knowledge, and so selfless with her time. So it is such an honor for me to present this year's President Award to Ann Elizabeth Delahanty. Congratulations, Ann Elizabeth. You're amazing.
Hello fellow GLAR members, I'm Riyad O'Toole, chairperson of the 2020 Young Professionals Planning Committee, and it is my honor to be able to talk to you about this scholarship and announce the winner of it. Because this is the first year of the award, I feel the need to explain its importance first. The YPM Planning Committee had to answer the question, how do we increase YPM membership while also providing value to fellow realtors and the community? Thus, the Emerging Leader Scholarship was born. This scholarship's purpose is to seek out GLAR's best, brightest, and most hardworking and dedicated person to real estate, education, and reward them for going above and beyond, not only in improving themselves, but also the community and the industry. It was truly a tough decision who the scholarship would go to. However, one candidate had to be selected. This candidate is deeply involved with Louisville's Fraser History Museum, serving on the board of directors and planning oversight committee, which raised over nearly $90,000 for the museum in 2019. This person also chaired the Kentucky Metro United Way fundraising campaign, They attended several YPN events, including the most recent virtual event, Innovate Your Business, which received national recognition. They are currently nearing their GRI Graduate Realtor Institute designation. This person was also recruited by Oxford Rhine Real Estate to become their Director of Residential Sales. And a couple things that motivate this candidate are providing for their family and serving the community they love. When we asked what else we should know about this candidate, they replied, "I really love my job and what it has afforded me," which is an even greater opportunity to achieve my goals of being that positive difference maker in the lives of those around me and in my community. So without further ado, the 2020 YPN Emerging Leader Scholarship goes to Matt McCall with Oxford Rhine Real Estate. Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Judy Parks. I am the 2019 recipient of the John R. Carpenter Community Service Award. The recipient of this award is chosen by previous recipients with the intent to honor a member who serves the community above and beyond the call of duty and goes to great lengths to serve civic or charitable interests. The 2020 recipient has been a licensed realtor since 1983 and a broker since 2004. They've served as president of GLAR and on several boards, including Women's Council of Realtors. The recipient was involved with the GLAR Community Relations Committee from its inception and served in many capacities, volunteering with Camp Quality, A Camp for Kids with Cancer, St. John's Homeless Shelter for Men, Dress for Success, Family Scholar House, and more. The recipient also was involved in providing meals and Christmas gifts to the 10th Street YMCA homeless group, Gilda's Club, Senior Community Gardens, and Habitat for Humanity, and is currently serving as president and founding member of Child Spirit Inc., a group dedicated to providing supplies for struggles and families in our area. The recipient has worked with Temple AIBS, Louisville's largest Jewish synagogue, has served meals at Wayside Mission, and volunteered at Jewish Family Career Services, providing clothing, household items, and food. Nominated by a fellow realtor, it was noted that this person has touched many groups and people with her giving heart. It is my greatest pleasure to announce Louise Miller as the 2020 recipient of the John R. Carpenter Community Service Award. Congratulations and well deserved.
The National Association of Realtors has been honoring Realtors of the Year since 1956. The program is designed to recognize realtors who have served the real estate profession and their communities. Recipients are considered within the following criteria: realtor spirit, high principles of integrity, adherence to the Realtors Code of Ethics, and furtherance of the principles of good real estate practice amongst brokers, agents, and the general public. Also includes civic activity, local, state, and national level participation in civic and service clubs, charitable activities, political commissions, or fraternal or religious groups as well. Then it certainly considers business accomplishments, public recognition of business conduct, service to clients, imaginative and creative advertising programs, rehabilitation work, and land utilization. Local association board activity, local offices held, as well as committee work, special assignments, seminar activity and educational work, membership, and other offices held in local chapters of NAR's affiliated institutes, societies, and councils. At the state association activity, we look at state offices held and committee work, attendance and participation in state conventions, directors, meetings, and educational conferences. And at the national activity, whether or not you're involved in different areas, including committee work, membership, and work on behalf of NAR affiliated institutes and societies. This year's recipient is a second-generation realtor. She entered the real estate industry in 2002 and currently is the Kentucky Realtors 2020 Treasurer-elect. She is a GLAR PAC Chair, Kentucky Realtor Convention Chair, Kentucky Realtor RPAC Trustee, Kentucky Realtor Institute Trustee, a past Kentucky Realtor Chair for Professional Standards, and serves on both the GLAR and Kentucky Realtors Board of Directors. This accomplished realtor is a past Women's Council Local President, Women's Council of Realtors State Governor, and WCR Region 1 Vice President. She currently holds GRI, ABR, WCR, PMN Certified Auctioneer designations, and a master's in business administration. Proclaimed the hardest working woman in real estate, married to Lonnie Gans, a second generation auctioneer and realtor. We are honored to present this year's Greater Louisville Association Realtor of the Year.
Pleasure to introduce your 2020 Realtor of the Year, Elizabeth Monarch.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I just thank you, Lester. You have always been one of my biggest fans, and I am just so appreciative of your leadership this year in 2020. And on behalf of just myself and the real estate community, I just want to say thank you. I am still in shock. When I got the call from Dave Parks, I'm still just amazed. And I will say this, I love this industry, and everything that I have been involved in is because I believe in what we do. And it really all started 8 years into my career when I got involved in Women's Council. And I urge you all, the task is to ask. And I'm so grateful for all the women that I met over the years through Women's Council of Realtors. And that really helped just me realize how important being involved in our association is. I have a saying, and they've heard it at the state level, that if you're not at the table, you're on the menu. So I encourage each and every one of you all to get involved in a committee and start giving back, because our industry is so important right now, and we have so many things that are changing. I do want to not only say thank you to my team that allows me to do all that I do. I had a conference call the other day, and somebody said, how do you do what you do? And I could not do that without an unbelievable team that I thank the good Lord every day that I have. And I also just want to not only thank my husband for his love and support every step of the way, but also I want to thank Cheryl Johnson for encouraging me to never give up and to stay involved. So again, thank you. It's an honor, and I will definitely wear this pin proudly. Have a great day.
Finally, I'd like to close out our program by saying thank you for joining us and best wishes in your business.